Okay, guys, I'm having an issue with my mountains, but it's okay. So like I was saying, you know how there's a saying that goes, you know, tell God your plans and you'll hear him laugh. You know, and that's because the plans that he has for you are actually greater than the plans that you have for yourself. So, you know, since I had two daughters, my mindset on women's roles, you know, and women has completely changed. All right. Obviously, you know, I used to be the type that believed that a woman's duty was to be, you know, the head of the kitchen, and should just be concerned with that and nothing else. But since having my first daughter, I looked at her and I was like, why can't she be Condoleezza Rice? Okay, why can't she be the first black female president? You know, why can't she be like Sarah Palin, who, although I don't agree with her politically, I'm completely okay with her maximizing her opportunities in life and having a supportive husband and Todd, which, you know, a lot of men find difficult. But I'll touch on that on a different topic. But I mean, I'll look at her and say, what's wrong with this person that's a representative of me, who is a very driven and ambitious person? Why would her role in life be limited to a kitchen and a house? Hell to the no. I want her to, you know, reach the skies. I don't want her to her skies to be limited by by a ceiling of a house. So that changed my thinking. You know, I support my wife in maximizing her potential in life, and you know, and currently she's doing that. You know, and so in doing that, I was drawn to the news about, I think it's Sandra Schwitman, something to that effect. The COO of Facebook has a book called Lean In. And, you know, it caught my attention because the news about it was that she was saying some controversial things in the book about women in the workplace. And, you know, the excerpts that I read about the book weren't all that controversial. You know, she made a point about how if a woman is aggressive in the workplace and is driven and she's in a leadership position and she pushes her team, she's viewed as being mean. She's viewed as being, you know, not a good team player, or not a good, you know, as she's viewed as being overly aggressive. Okay. Now, a man in the same capacity pushes his team, you know, tries to hit the deadlines that they have to hit, you know, willing to burn the midnight oil to get it done. That man is viewed as being a leader, showing leadership qualities. And I'm like, that's not right. And her observation is true. You know, I myself have been guilty of that. When I had females and you know, over me in leadership positions, I would sometimes, you know, make my little comments on the side about how they were snippy, emotional, and all that. You know, men are emotional too. You know, men are emotional too. But our emotion is, I think we play it off as, you know, stress, you know, or just worrying. Because we're worrying a lot, we exhume stress, and so it's okay. Although we may just be flat out being emotional. When women are emotional, it's tied to supposedly tied to PMS and things of that nature. So, you know, in viewing this, I would hate for my daughter to be, you know, the CEO of her company, and her subordinates are now, who may happen to be male, are now viewing her as mean, you know, or overly aggressive when she's doing the same thing that a man would do in that same position. You know, so maybe God gave me daughter so I can now be more sensitive to women issues, and I can now advocate for, you know, equal treatment in women, because there's no way in hell I would sit around and let my daughter be treated a certain way because she's a girl. Absolutely not. I don't even treat her like she's a girl. I'm sorry to say that, you know, in as much as I buy her dresses and make her look pretty, you know, I'm trying to raise her to be able to stand up for herself, like I was raised to stand up for myself. You know, I'm trying to raise her to to never take no for an answer and to never accept any BS that somebody tries to sell her and anybody tell her she can't do this because she's a girl. You know, I refuse. And both of my daughters, I'll raise the same way as I would my sons when I have them. You know, and I just think that the COO's Facebook was right to write this book. I think a lot of people should read it. Those that have daughters and those that have sons and women that are currently in the workplace. You know, don't let yourself be quarantined to a particular role in your household and in your field of profession because this is quote unquote what a woman does. I think that that's I think that that's wrong. Okay, everybody is put on this world, I believe, to maximize their potentials, male or female, and they absolutely should. Thank you very much for tuning into the Uche Arai Show. I'm your host, Mr. Uche Ernest Arai. Stay blessed, y'all.